Athletes Unlimited lacrosse season gets underway Thursday night in Sparks at USA Lacrosse Headquarters. It's a pleasure now to be joined here on GCR by a national champion, a world champion, and someone who's looking to become an Athletes Unlimited lacrosse champion. She's the great Sam Apuzzo, and she's with us now here on GCR. Sam, it's Glenn. It's great to chat with you. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes for
Of
us.
course. Thanks for having me.
This feels like this is almost like the last thing on the bucket list, right?
Yeah,
Like this is everything else is checked. You just got to turn around and become Athletes Unlimited champion now, right?
I guess so. I'm always a bridesmaid, never a bride for Athletes Unlimited. So I guess this is kind of the last thing. Hopefully, eventually in my career, I can do.
So for people that don't know about Athletes Unlimited, it's a little bit different. Obviously, we're used to team competitions, and then you come here to Sparks, and it's an individual competition, but also still a team sport. Can you try to dumb it down for everybody that's never checked out Athletes Unlimited before?
Yeah, it's definitely it's a new kind of platform for women's lacrosse. So we kind of have four different teams, 56 incredible lacrosse players come down to Sparks, Maryland, and we compete on our teams, but also at an individual. Everything is based on what you do on the field, and it's corresponding with a point system. So a ground ball is a point, a goal is a point, a save is a point. Everything kind of has their pluses and minuses, but you're competing with your team, and the ultimate goal is to get team wins because that's what counts the most. But yeah, there's a lot of different. It's a kind of a new way to play the game and a new kind of structure for lacrosse that Athletes Unlimited is bringing in and really kind of transforming what we think of lacrosse right now.
Take me through as like a captain. Do you draft your team based on like, I think this is going to be my toughest competition, so I want them, or like I want to go up against my toughest competition because I can stop them from getting points? Like what's the thought process?
When I'm a captain, I kind of think of it of who I want to play with, who I think I can beat other teams with, and who I personally play really well with, and what who my teammates play really well with. Teams are changing week to week, so it's all about building chemistry fast. And if you already have chemistry with people, that's kind of who you want to bring on. So there is no like transition awkward period in that first game. You can kind of go right into it and try to go for a win. But that's what I think about. I think about who I want to play with, who you think you can win with, and then how we can compete against the other teams.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse at USA Lacrosse Headquarters in Sparks. The great Sam Apuzzo is with us here on GCR. Sam, I referenced you've done all these things. So many of them have happened right here in our
Yeah.
backyard. I know you're not from here, like a
Yeah.
lot of girls are, but like the number of championship weekends, world championships, the athletes, does it almost feel like this area has become like a second home for you at this point?
Really, I joke around that I vacation in Sparks, Maryland because I'm here more often than I am in my family's house. But no, I love it down here. I think it's like the epicenter of women's lacrosse and lacrosse in general. So to always kind of come back to this home base of lacrosse and US lacrosse with Athletes Unlimited, it's a lot of consistency, which is awesome. And part of why I love coming here because you know what you're to expect and you know the fans are going to show up, you know the resources are there. But yeah, I love being down here in Maryland.
The role that you have played as a legitimate superstar, and I know that Charlotte goes into this category as well, and now Izzy is in this category, but we have seen the sort of the growth of the sport. I know Athletes Unlimited has been such a big part of that. How important has it been for you to be like I remember I was working the World Championships for ESPN, and how many of you were like going out of your way to try to sign autographs for like every little girl, every little boy, every fan that was there. How important has that been for you to sort of say, hey, I will take on that role in trying to be someone who really helps grow the game?
Yeah, well, I think you look at like the WNBA and what college women's basketball is doing, kind of that huge wave of excitement about women's sports and female athletes. Like, I think it's our duty in a way as women athletes, and especially at the lacrosse level, to kind of go back and give back and be around those fans because we were once in their shoes, and to have a professional league for lacrosse now, which most of us here did not have growing up, is a huge step for our sport. And to make sure that the fans are just as excited to watch us we are to play, it just keeps helping the growth of women's lacrosse and kind of getting us to that next level, whether it's the Olympics or even growing professional lacrosse. It's a way to keep our sport going by making sure and giving back to those who you were in at one moment in your life.
It feels like there's also been almost like a one-upsmanship. Like someone scores a spectacular goal. We've seen, I referenced Charlotte a second ago, obviously, like she's taking rips from like, I feel like
Yeah.
midfield at this point.
Yeah.
It feels like there's almost like a, hey, anything you can do, I want to one up that. Is there a level of competition that's like that?
I think so. I mean, we have the best players in the world here down at Athletes Unlimited. So the talent level is through the roof. Players are doing things that they never did in college because they're only getting better when they get here and they're seeing what other people are doing or different styles. And you're changing and altering and improving your game so much. So I think there is a level of competitiveness that helps the game grow and helps the excitement on the field and the level of play only raises when you get here each summer. And I think even game to game, it gets better. But yeah, definitely a lot of competition, a lot of competitive play when we're playing.
I feel like it's just another couple minutes here. We're chatting with Sam Apuzzo on GCR, ahead of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. You said something a minute ago, and I just wondered if personally you could reflect on that. That like the way that it's changed, that there is a professional league, that there's somewhere for you all to continue playing. I know you're continuing to coach, and you're going to continue in the game no matter what. But what has that meant to you personally to have Athletes Unlimited, a place to go for the summer, to call a professional home, and to continue to be able to grow the game this way?
Yeah, I think my life is so involved in lacrosse right now. I'm coaching at BC, I'm playing for US, but to have this not like place to come to every summer and play lacrosse, like I'm not sure what I would do without this because it's something that I look forward to every graduating from college. To think that I was never going to play the sport again would have been really devastating for me and to who I am and what I care about and my passion. So to have this as an environment where everyone feels the same way, everyone's just as passionate, everyone's just as excited about the sport and loves the sport just as much as I do. It feels like full circle to a way because I never thought I was going to be playing at this level and continue to playing at this level now being 5 years out of college. But it's a dream come true to keep playing the sport that I love and have so much passion for.
That's awesome. That is so cool. All right. I know it's auprosports.com for Athletes Unlimited. What about for you, Sam Apuzzo? Where can everyone give you a follow?
You can follow me on my Instagram, Sam Apuzzo. I think there's an underscore in there, but you'll be able to find me.
Just
Yeah.
search Sam
Yeah.
Apuzzo. You're gonna come up with it. It's not
Yeah.
that hard. And then what's it? Well, wrap this way. What's it gonna take? What will it take? No longer just a medalist, but to be the champion of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse.
I think just consistency. That's what it's about week to week, to be able to compete consistently, play consistently, and try to fight your way up the leaderboard each week.
Awesome. Sam Apuzzo, can't wait to see you in Sparks. Again, everything starts next Thursday night. Really appreciate you hopping on and spending a few minutes with us. It's a joy to watch you play the game of lacrosse.
Thank you so much. I love being on.